So South Australian developments, and Tim did the circuit there of some of the big ones. Let's just talk about that segment there, some of the big stuff that's happening. Stephen, what do you think of the cranes in the air? There's plenty of cranes around.
Look, it's fantastic. We need as much economic activity as we can get in South Australia at the moment, because we know that's what creates jobs. We also know that's what creates a bit of excitement. So we need to be, the redevelopment of the Adelaide Oval is going to be fantastic. It's going to be fantastic for our state, but in particular our young people who are going to sort of, I think, have a lot of pride in what we do here in South Australia. We've got to make sure that we retain our best and our brightest in South Australia and make them feel really a lot of pride in their city centre. So I'm hoping that's what footy coming to the city will do.
Well, I think it was last week, pretty sure it was last week, my daughter resigned from Sydney Jobbins coming home. Yes,
bravo,
and we need a lot of that, don't you reckon?
We do.
Go away for a while, sure, but come home again. Anyway, Threads, you did the rounds.
I think it's really exciting to see the cranes, because there's development of infrastructure and so forth that people can see, and it's sexy, if you like, as opposed to new pipelines and all that sort of stuff. That doesn't do anything for anyone. Sure, it provides service and all the rest, but what people love seeing is places that they can go and use and be involved, and that's what's exciting about what's going on at the moment.
Absolutely.
Now, there's some talk it's all government money, so when will we see the private sector start to fire up again?
Look, there's no doubt that there's a bit of reluctance in the business community at the moment. They're a little bit hesitant to invest. Look, I think the fundamentals of our national economy are good, especially relative to the rest of the world, but there's a little bit of reticence, I think, at the moment, and it'd be great if the private sector did show more confidence in our future and start investing, because really that's what's going to get our economy going. That's what's going to get our state back into a surplus position.
Now, everyone wants to know, Stephen, so let's get to it, all right?
Okay.
Cut to the chase. Well, we're taking a long way there, but that's all right. I've seen how they do the drum rolls on X Factor and that. They really drag it out. But it's time. What the hell happened?
I presume you're talking about the leadership ballot yesterday.
Oh, why don't we talk about that? Yeah, since we're all here.
Now that you've raised it.
Yeah, well, why not? Front page of today's paper says the odd couple. You and Isabel.
Well, that's an odd headline, because I think everybody in politics knows, certainly all the journalists know, that Isabel and I have got an excellent working relationship. We have since I was pre-selected. She became the leader. We've worked very well together, and I think everybody knows that we've got a very genuine, positive relationship. Look, it's an odd couple in so much as it probably didn't happen the way that was ideal, but look, that's the way that the Liberal Party works. We're allowed to have disagreements. We're allowed to sort of say, well, this is the direction that I think that we should be going in. We do that behind closed doors, so we're not going to go into it now out to the world on TOOP+TOOP.
No, we need the scoop here, Stephen.
Well, the scoop
No one listens to this, all right? It's just us talking. There's no one even in the studio.
No, I mean, look, I think that it's pretty clear that there was an appetite in the party room for some change. And really, that's what happened. We went to a vote. We had that vote yesterday. There's 3 clear days which is given for people to show their intentions, talk to people. The vote happened yesterday, and the party room in the Liberal Party is the body which makes a decision on who is going to be the leader and who is going to be the deputy leader, and that's the decision that was made yesterday. The party room said we want Isabel Redman and Stephen Marshall to be our leadership team to take us towards the 2014 election.
Now, given it's our show, I can indulge a bit.
Sure.
Personally, Martin I get on really well with. I think he's a good dude, good guy and intelligent. Isabel, we've had on the show a couple of times. I think she's great. I love the fact she's prepared to have something to say.
Sure.
She's straightforward.
She's fantastic.
You coming out of left field I thought was great, because I personally thought it was very clever.
Yeah.
And I'm just an ordinary punter that just sits back and watches it. But I'm going, I reckon that's because you've got some youth. Isabel's got some support. It's a different mix. So I would have thought it was a masterstroke, but it's not coming across like that in the paper.
Oh, well, I think that the proof to everybody is going to be the performance. A lot of politicians make a lot of promises, and quite frankly, the general public and the journalists are pretty cynical, and probably they've got very good cause to be cynical.
They have.
And so, we're not expecting everybody to lock in today and say, yes, best decision ever made, but the proof is going to be in the performance that Isabel and myself and the Shadow Cabinet and entire parliamentary team for the Liberal Party deliver leading up to the 2014 election, because really there's only one date that's important for an opposition in the Parliament, and that's election day, and ours is coming up in March 2014.
Stephen, we've got another set of questions that we're going to grill you on, which has nothing to do with what we've just covered.
Okay.
So, you know, we're really milking this today.
Okay,
all
why
right?
not?
Because people do want to know who you are, and you better win the next election, otherwise it'll all be for nothing.
Exactly.
So, all right? So,
okay.
we'll get back to you in a sec. But in the meantime, let's go back to real estate, hardcore real estate, and you can't get anything more active in residential real estate than the auctions. Let's go to Going, Going, Gone.